Welcome to Q Studios. This is the GG33 podcast. Sometimes we call it the 305, but it is what it is. Today, my guest is a guy who has a big following, and you're kind of a numbers guy yourself, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
What kind of numbers you do?
Well, I do the money numbers.
Don't we all? Don't we all? So, just looking at your page, it looks like you're really into stocks and crypto and things of that nature, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So, Bitcoin. Bitcoin was founded January 3rd, 2009. Bitcoin is formed under rat energy. The rat's enemy is the horse. 2026 just happens to be a horse year, and these guys are trying to figure out why Bitcoin's down 30 to 40%. And for people to say, oh, yeah, whatever. 2014, were you into Bitcoin back then?
No.
Do you know that was the worst year for Bitcoin? It went down like 90-some percent.
It's done it a few times, but
Yeah.
It was 2014 was one of the years.
Yep, and 2014 was a horse year as well. Once every 12 years it happens. South Korea, they just had their market implode, didn't they?
Yes, 50% down.
50% down. I would say, what was it, like half or 30% of the people under 35 got liquidated.
1 in 30 of investors got margin called, yeah.
Okay. So South Korea was founded 1948, the year of the rat. And people wonder why things like this happen. And they're going to go to their Bible, they're going to go to their Quran, their Torah, but the numbers are right there telling you what it is. Yeah. Israel is not having a good year. Israel is getting bombed. That usually doesn't happen to them. They're usually the ones doing the bombing, which they're still doing, but they're founded in 1948 too, year of the rat. You see how this works?
It's been a bad year in many places, but if you put it like this, I never went so deep, yeah.
No. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what you're doing in Miami, because I basically saw a video of you in Miami, like, oh, let's get this guy on.
Yeah. I just flew to Miami from Dubai since the Tate brothers got arrested. I just wanted to kind of see it for myself and get to the bottom of it. I know them a little bit personally, and I always found them to be quite decent people, at least in my experience. And I know what kind of bullshit the UK is doing, and what kind of, autocratic rule it almost is like. And I just wanted to see what the hell is going on for myself. So I just came for the Tates, really.
When I look at that case, most people would say this is the Tates against the UK. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as a U.S. citizen against the UK. I think it was 2024 where people in the British Police Department or their commissioner went on Twitter and said, Americans are not safe. We will extradite you too. They said that in 2024, and it looks like they're trying to test that right now with the Tates. I want to be clear. I haven't been on good terms with the Tates for many years. I'm okay now, but I was not on good terms with them. And I got to be very honest. If anyone's going to judge the Tates, it's going to be us American citizens. Why? Because why would I send someone to the UK that doesn't believe in First Amendment rights? See, here in America, you're supposed to be able to say whatever the fuck you want, no matter how offensive people are. Yeah. I'll say the N, I'll say, oh, maybe I won't say K, but. Hey, I said that K. You can't say letters now? You can't say letters? I'm a Jew. I got my privilege. I got my privilege, okay? I got my privilege, bro. So I don't look at this case as against the Tates. I think they're going after our freedom of speech.
See, a lot of the people in the last 10 years got a lot of power in social media, and I think that they're not happy about it in general, and the Tates probably are one of the most outspoken and the most vivid example of them actually being able to damage anybody's autocratic rule. And I think they just want to set a precedent where they just fuck them up.
I don't think anyone's ever going to get to the level that Tate did in 2022. And by the way, Tate's a tiger, and 2022 was a tiger year. Yeah. So he made it to the peak when he actually was supposed to. The social media companies gathered August 2022 all together, and they're like, we got to do something about this guy. Because Tate basically beat the system. Yeah. Him and his people, Luke and all those guys, they beat the system. And I'm not, no shame in my game. I copied them. I copied their shit in 2023, just like all of you people did. Affiliate marketing actually works.
It's one of the best businesses.
100%. So when the social media companies got together, they're like, we can never let this happen again. Because Tate was smart. He had 35,000 people posting 7 clips a day. It's almost impossible not to go viral with that much content. Yeah. Every single day, 250,000 videos.
They invented clipping.
100%. Yeah. They did. They did it. And I give them. And when I saw Tate and Luke, I fucking told them I copy their shit.
Yeah.
But
I did too.
In this game, hey, it is what, and we both got rich off it. No, it is what it is. Well, I did. I'm not sure. I know you already got your bag, but getting serious. When you look at what's happening right now, we as Americans are being attacked. We cannot let a foreign government dictate terms to us, especially one that doesn't have the same values as us. I feel I would be more safe in Russia. I feel I'd be more safe in most countries in the world, maybe even the Middle East. The UK is a fucking shithole. It is an absolute fucking shithole. That's why all your billionaires are fucking living in Dubai. No one wants to live there anymore. The UK is under attack. The Ottoman Empire.
They're losing it. They're losing it.
The Ottoman Empire, they tried to conquer Europe through swords. They couldn't get past Vienna. Now, they got migrants flooding, absolutely flooding. And I mean, listen, I understand you live in Dubai and there's very, very multicultural place.
Yeah.
But that's the way it was designed to be.
Sure.
It was designed to be multicultural. Dubai was designed to take the best of all fucking races, of all cultures in there, so they can make money. It's a tax haven.
Right. It's just money place right now, yeah.
The UK was not designed to be multicultural.
But it used to be. You know, UK used to be a great place for Russian oligarchs to park their money. True. And it was a great place to kind of hide the cash.
Yeah.
Now it is Dubai and a couple of other places, but UK is totally... Caymans partly. And even the US in some sense, to be honest.
I agree.
Because a lot of the UAE banks, they're partly and sometimes majority owners are US entities. So it's quite interesting. So US has... You know, that
as the empire should.
Yes, right.
As the empire should.
But UK-wise, I think it's they completely fucked themselves up, like in every sense of the word. So that's why everything that Tate said, they were absolutely correct about it. You don't need to agree with them on everything they say, but when it comes to UK and the shit they said about their prime minister and the politics, 100% right.
I like the new prime minister a little bit more. He seems to be on board with Trump a little bit more than the old one.
The problem is, it's not just about the head. You know, it's
prime minister has no power.
It's like it's about the rest of the body, and the rest is fucking rotten anyway. You know, that's why I like monarchies recently. You know, since I lived in Dubai for 6 years, I've seen how a monarchy and a dictatorship can actually be fucking amazing, in comparison to this supposed democracy, which is just fucking hidden, like it's hidden monarchy really, and it's all just half bullshit fucking decisions.
I can agree, but if you criticize the Prophet Muhammad and you know, one of those Arab nations, you're gonna have some issues.
There is certain things you shouldn't do. Yeah, I had to when I moved to Dubai. There's a few things I had to learn not to do, but that's fine. Like for example, flipping somebody off on the road.
Can't do that, huh?
No, you can go to jail for that.
You can go to jail for going like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. You think that's a good thing?
I think so.
Why is that?
Because I usually don't do that. Morons usually do that.
So now here in Miami, you're just flicking everybody off. Huh?
I did that today on the way here, actually.
Get out your system.
Bro, I'm driving a Corvette in the U.S. I look like a redneck, so I might as well flip somebody off. You know, that's okay.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
That was a moron.
Tell us some of the things you like in Dubai compared to the United States.
Probably the main things are taxes.
How did I knew that was coming?
But to be honest, like even in the US, unless you work for somebody 9 to 5, you can always register it in some LLC and then just pay basically no tax. You know, there is so many taxes in any country in the world, basically, especially in the US, is mostly for the poor people, unfortunately. You know, if you're rich and you pay yourself, there is ways to avoid taxes. But of course, number one is tax. It's absolute zero in UAE. Like I have paid out myself big amounts of money into the account, no questions asked.
Zero taxes, but the Crown Prince and the royal family, they take a cut of everything.
There is ways how they do that, for sure, but I'm fine with it because it's still much cheaper than 50% tax, you know, so.
Can you leave your car door open with the keys in Dubai and no one's going to take it?
I can tell you more. I bought a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport for 1.5 million. I insured it with basic insurance, which cost me $2,000 a year. So it's just basic liability. So if somebody, like if I crash into somebody, it's not going to cover my car. It's going to cover just other people's cars. So it's like super basic insurance.
Yep.
I left it just open on the side of the road for half a day, and I didn't even think about it. And it's a $1.5 million car.
A lot of Pakis in Dubai. They don't.
No. Because the thing with Dubai, what they're very good at, number one, response rate when it comes to emergencies. If there is a real emergency, they respond within like fucking 90 seconds. It's insane. So when it comes to safety, if some shit sometimes does happen, it doesn't always hit the media, so they kind of sometimes maybe cover shit up.
Gotcha.
But in all fairness, all the things that I was aware of that happened, they were solved within a day. And people were in jail for life after. So they don't fuck around. So even in terms of guns, like you cannot have a gun.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, you know, it's got, see, if in the US, everybody already has guns, and taking them away is impossible.
I gotta put you in this goddamn studio.
Yeah, so it's like it makes no sense. But if you're in a country which has no guns, maybe it is better to not introduce guns. But if there would already be guns, yeah. But it's like it's a separate topic. For me,
it's a rich country, and for that reason, maybe they can rely on the system.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, you know, guys like Hitler, guys like Stalin, first thing they do is they take away the guns from the people.
Yep.
Because once you take away the guns from the people, all of a sudden they can't really fight back. Now, see, here in America, when COVID was coming around, we could have refused the vaccine. We could say no. We could say go fuck off with the middle finger and stuff like that. They couldn't do that in Canada. They couldn't do that in Australia. They couldn't do that in some European nations. Why? Because they didn't have guns. The citizens were sheep. So for that reason, it's not like I want to have guns to protect against criminals. Obviously, that's one of the reasons. But I have guns to protect against governments. I mean, for God's sake, I live here in Sunny Isles. We had the mayor here 2 days ago. She's talking about how there's fucking drones all over the city now. Now, you know damn well those drones in Ukraine and Russia are dropping bombs on people.
Yeah.
The people need something to protect themselves with because you never know when a tyrannical leader is coming.
Gary, I fully agree with you. One of the things I'm considering now is buying a ranch somewhere in Utah and actually moving there. Wyoming, maybe, Colorado. The reason why is because I could own guns and have self-sovereignty. So, which means you can have 1,000 acres. You got your own property, a couple of fucking signs up that the owner is Russian, is gonna shoot your fucking ass. So, and you kind of have your own little farm, some small bunker, like this doomsday shit. So it really appeals to me. Banya. Because Dubai is kind of the opposite of it. You know, the government kind of is supposed to take care of it. So it's a different regime. But when it comes to safety, though, where would I feel safer, the U.S. or in Dubai? To be honest, Dubai. But in the U.S., if I'm in the U.S., you know, I carry a gun, I feel just as safe.
I promise you, you're in the safest city in America right now.
No, it's not, you know.
There's a lot of Jews who live here, so I promise you. They're in the safest city. This is probably the highest concentration of Jews anywhere in this state, or might be America, in all honesty. Except for some of those places, New York and shit like that. This is an extremely safe place. But this is one of the richest zip codes. I mean, look at this. Yes. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is one of the richest places. Fuck Florida. How does Sunny Isles? You just came here. You saw all these big, beautiful buildings by a beach. How does Dubai compare to Sunny Isles?
Should I be honest?
Yes.
This is just old. Dubai, it's all new. It's like brand spanking new.
And the Porsche building's right down the street. We could do one there if you want.
You know, in US, it's got good places. Like I like Palm Beach, I like Miami, but it feels dated. It is normal because Dubai is a new city, and there everything is fucking perfect. You know, you go into Dubai Mall, you go into a restroom. There's like 10 people working in that restroom who hold your fucking paper towel. You have cream for your hands.
I wish I could hire a whole bunch of Pakis that would work for you.
Yeah. So there is like the level of service and how clean it is and how safe, like it's just fucking like in a hospital, you know? So there is no place like this anywhere in the world, ever. Dubai is in that sense the best. In the US, you come here, you know, you go to, for example, Palm Beach to the Breakers. It's like $3,000 a night, whatever bullshit. It's fucking old. You know, it's like you go in, it's a bunch of old people.
I get it.
Old carpets. It smells like mold.
I get it.
So I love it here, and it's different lifestyle, but Dubai is more bling. You know, it's like...
I understand. I've been to Dubai before. I think it's a wonderful place. Quite frankly, I got a big ass mouth, and sometimes I say something about
yeah, Dubai for you would
religions.
be tough.
I say something about certain religions sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter that the people at the very top love me. The peasants would not be happy with me in Dubai and what I have to say about their culture in some senses. So I'm trying not to get you in trouble here because I know you got to go back. But
if you say it, it's fine. I mean, I'm just gonna sit there and I'll be quiet.
I'll just put it like this. I believe in a lot of stuff in Islam. I think they have the right idea of the nuclear family. I think that they have the right idea of how they deal with women over there. Because I actually married a Muslim woman. I'm a Russian Jew. So it's like, how the hell did that happen? And because I couldn't marry an American whore. All these women in America are whores. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. You know, anything with a body count over fucking 5 is disgusting to me. And here they have like fucking 50 body counts. You've been down to Brickell? 20% of those women are on OnlyFans.
I don't go there because I get a fucking rash.
Yep, 100%. It's in the fucking air. I respect the way they treat the Rainbow Warriors. I like the way they deal with those guys. The Rainbow Warriors and stuff like that, you know, fighting for pedo rights and stuff like that. But
see, that's the benefit of Dubai. They don't have that shit.
I understand that.
Try to bring a fucking transgender bathroom into Dubai Mall. You'll probably get executed.
100%. Yeah. But at the same time, I get executed for what I think about their profit.
True. Yeah.
So you know that's the breaking point.
Yeah.
And if I go there, I'd have to shut my mouth, and that's been kind of difficult because if I shut my mouth, 15 years ago, Bills, I'd probably be a billionaire by now. You know, but I've always been of the opinion it's better to be a multi-millionaire many times over and have your morals than be a billionaire peddling shit to kids that you don't believe in. Like, I gamble all the time, but I'm not going to take a gambling deal and fucking tell kids online to play online slot machines so they can fucking pay me and lose their money.
There's a limit, yeah. There's a limit.
Tell me a little bit about how you make money.
There's different ways. The most amount of money in terms of cash flow I made from affiliate marketing. I made fair share of money by investing the money I made from affiliate marketing into Bitcoin. So I made millions of dollars with that. I also traded a lot. I've been trading for 12 years. I've done okay with that. And then social media, brand partnerships, a couple of projects we launched. I own a stake in one of the largest decentralized derivative exchanges called Evidex.
Okay, plug.
No, I was just because we don't target U.S. consumers anyway. So
you don't want those broke ass motherfuckers.
It's not about being broke. It's
see, you guys are broke now. He's from Dubai. There ain't no money here for him.
So yeah, I'm primarily in trading, investing, but the most amount of money I've made with Bitcoin.
If you're okay me asking, what's the most you made in the year?
Revenue or net profit?
Net profit.
The best year was 2024. We had a couple of good launches, 7 million.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, it's okay, but I made so many fucking mistakes that if I
brother, we all make mistakes.
Yeah,
we all make mistakes. But at the end of the day, do you have more wins than losses?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Do you have more wins? And by the way, you can lose more times. As long as the wins are home runs and the fucking losses are minimum, you're good. You're good.
Overall, yeah. I mean, it's just sometimes that one mistake can jeopardize your chance of making 50 million and you make 5 million, which is great. But then you realize you didn't make 50. And then, as we spoke behind the cameras, that it's never enough, bro.
It's never enough.
10 years ago, I was a fucking pleb, living in Latvia with my wife. You know, it's like, thanks to my wife, we've grown together, and that's I kind of share your opinion.
So wait a second. You and your wife were together when you were broke.
Yeah.
Now, guys, how many times I need to tell you this? The only way you're ever gonna trust your so-called better half, the only way you're ever gonna trust a woman, is if you grow with her together.
You cannot trust her otherwise.
No, like say you were rich and you had no girl. You'd think all these tramps are gold diggers trying to take your bag.
I thought it even before I had money. Bro, I had...
Even in Latvia?
Yeah.
God damn.
Man, like I always had some money. Like for Latvia, I was always making like...
1,000 a month, you're living like a king there.
Not 2-3 grand. You know, and I had a law company. I was trying to defend. It was a long story. I was making like few grand a month, euro, and it was good money. So I was driving an okay car and I was getting into trading
What's
at that
an
time.
okay car?
I had a Mercedes CL63.
Okay, see that to you, to most of the people watching, that's their dream car, a Mercedes. That's just okay for. He's in Latvia driving a Mercedes, and you bums here in America are driving Fords and Chevys. Do better.
So and then I mean I bought it for like 30,000. So it was fucking nothing.
What the hell does someone in Latvia get 30,000?
Bro, when I was 20. I was arrested for drunk driving, and then I had a lawyer who defended me, and I lost the fucking case. I was supposed to go to jail, which I never did because the system was broken. And then I was looking at it. I was complete drunk, and I was like, how can I do anything? Like, how can I flip this into a positive? How can you flip alcoholism and taking away a driver's license and a fucking small jail term? How can you get anything positive out of it? And I came up with an idea. I was like, okay, I saw how this guy was defending me. In Latvia, these things are civil. They're not criminal. So you don't need to be like a licensed attorney to, defend somebody in court when it comes to these offenses. So I created a law company out of it because this fucking lawyer was defending me for 6 months.
A what company?
Law company. A law firm.
A law firm.
A law firm.
You don't need a license there?
No. So if you're doing just administrative work, if you're doing civil, you don't need a license.
You don't need a license?
No.
What type of country?
So a fucking cat can represent me in Latvia in a fucking court.
Meow!
Yeah, exactly. So, and I looked at this and I was like, fuck it, let me just create a law firm that is going to specialize in defending drunk drivers. And I actually learned how to run ads on Facebook. I took pictures of Latvian police officers, like how they're stopping people to blow in a tube to check if they're drunk or not. And I would write, if you got stopped for drunk driving, call me. I was like Better Call Saul.
Oh, you're that guy. Yeah. You're that guy in the billboards talking about, we'll get you to fucking beat a case.
Yeah, so this was how I made my first 100,000. My phone was fucking ripped apart, man. I was even in local.
Everyone's alcoholic there. Huh?
Yeah, everybody, like, I was even in the local news. They wanted to interview me, but I didn't get out of there. I was fucking scared shitless. I was a young kid. So that's how I made my first 100 grand in Latvia.
How old were you?
20 years old.
20? Yeah. Guys, this man just said he was 20 years old, no disrespect, in a shithole.
In a shithole, yeah.
In a fucking shithole. And he got himself $100K, and he was driving a Mercedes. And you guys here are happy with your 9 to 5, working for someone else, taking public transportation. Do you see what the problem here is? You guys don't believe in yourself enough to go out there and do what needs to be done like he did, and he didn't even have the advantages of being an American. Do you guys understand what being an American is?
If I was an American,
talk to him.
I'd be a billionaire now. Fuck me, I'd be a billionaire now. Even in info products, like sitting in Dubai, there is, because I even got into info business later. I've made over $10 million with info products. I'm not even ashamed of it. Like, I don't even give a fuck.
Why don't you be ashamed to make 10 million?
Well, there's people who, just fucking hate on you because you're an entrepreneur or whatever.
They hate on you because they think they're better than you. Yeah. And they don't understand how you made it, and they did it. So all of a sudden, you're Illuminati. You work for Putin.
I am Illuminati.
There you go. You're all this shit. He's kidding, guys. I think he's kidding. I think he's kidding. But at the end of the day, you have to actually put in work.
And you got to do what others are just too fucking scared to do, man. Like, I look at the U.S. To finish the thought about info business. When you're in Dubai, there is a stigma that Dubai is scammer city. Like they say that a lot.
I thought that was India and Nigeria.
That is different type of scammer. Gotcha. The Indian ones cannot afford the Dubai life.
Of course.
So if I would have, and I did a launch, my record launched was in 2024. We did, from one webinar, I launched a really cool product. We did in one webinar $5 million.
Impressive.
It was very cool. I was one of the first to launch something in crypto. It was something very niche. It was revenue. We made like 2 million profit from that in one webinar. So, but the thing is, if I would have been an American, and if I would have been targeting, because when you're in Dubai, the region in your social media is Dubai, UAE, and sometimes when you go viral, and I've done billions of views in social media, sometimes it goes to India. So a lot of the fucking algorithms go to the wrong fucking audience.
Can't make money like that.
No. So if I would have been in US and always showing US life, bro, in info, I would have probably made not 10 million, probably 100 million.
Why'd you move here?
I was thinking about it for a long time. My biggest problem was that my wife didn't want to move to US. But now I'm seriously considering it. But now I'm in a different business. I got out of info.
With all due respect, in 2022, I was still in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was running a online campaign for someone who was running for Senate. His name was Josh Mandel, and I can say this stuff now. It's like a couple years now, and I got him from 4th place to 1st place.
Nice.
And then 2 days before the primary, Donald Trump endorsed J.D. Vance for Senate. My guy finishes in 2nd place. I would have been a deputy chief of staff to a U.S. senator.
Fucking
yeah. Instead, I was pissed. And I'm like, I need to go down to Miami. So I went down to Miami with my family. I sent my family back, and I stayed here by myself. And I said, hey, I'm coming back. And then when I came back, I made the decision. I told my wife she has 48 hours to pack up. We're moving to Miami.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to go. Didn't matter. And why it didn't matter? Because we need to make money, and the man needs to decide what's best for the relationship. Yeah. So while she might like the Dubai life, you got to do what's best for you and your family, and the man makes that decision.
No, for sure. I've always she didn't even want to move to Dubai. She was like, oh, this is an Arab country. Like, my wife is just like...
I feel that.
Like, my wife is like this. She's, when I come up with an idea, she's like, meh. But because I want her to be happy. I don't want her to feel like I'm an autocratic. If I have to, I'll just slam it down. I'm like, we're going.
Yeah.
But overall, I want her to also feel like she has a say, that she feels like she has importance in a relationship.
Do you think that's important for a woman to have say in a relationship?
I think it's important just for a human being to feel important. And in all fairness, we can talk about numbers. I attribute a lot of my success to her, because she got me into visualization. I remember how we were laying in my grandmother's Soviet apartment in Latvia, and we were dreaming about like right now, like for example, Rolex like this, $12K. I was dreaming about it, man. And we were visualizing it. And then she got me into spirituality, into visualizations, into believing in myself. And she became an NLP coach herself. Okay. She would coach me along the way. So she helped me a lot with stuff. So I want her to feel respected, that I also, that I don't use her just as a fucking tool,
Yeah, Donald Trump has advisors too, but he has the final say.
No, for sure. 100%. No, I mean, sometimes when
my wife decides what the kids eat. My wife decides, where they're going shopping, what they want to wear. She picks my clothes out. I have no issues with it. The only thing I bought that's on me is this right here. All this other shit, that's my wife.
Yeah.
I could care less because that's what she does. That's her place.
Yeah.
I just believe that, I'm not talking about the visualization. Obviously, that's a good thing and something I do myself. But most men who follow women fail in life. And
you cannot follow, as a man, you cannot follow a woman. You are the leader. Because, as you know, in Russian, there is...
Obviously, we're not talking to you beta-ass males out here, but go ahead.
There is a saying in Russian, zamuzhem, which means behind a man. A woman is always in the shadow of a man. It's always like this. But it doesn't hurt for a man to sometimes turn around and show some respect.
Oh, respect 100%.
So this is the only thing. Like, if we need to move tomorrow, and I know that it has to be done now, because there is arguments for both ways right now. So it's tough for us in this situation. But I would make that decision.
You know what my wife says? And I go, что муж это голова, а женщина это шея.
Yeah, they try to say that. But we have both a neck and a head, so that's fine.
So basically, to translate for you guys, my wife, it sounds better in Russian, but my wife says the man's the head and the woman's the neck, and they control the head. I mean, that's what they like to say and stuff like that. It's a nice thing. Yeah. It's all good. Love you, baby. We have a big problem, not just in America, but in Europe, that white people ain't having babies. Now, me as a white person, some people call me a Jew, so I'm not sure, whatever they call it. My kids look white, though. So I have 2 kids. So I did my quota as a man to make sure I have 2 to replace me and my wife. Yeah. What do you think should be done to encourage white people to have more babies? Because at this rate, we're going to be 2% of the world population in about 50 years.
Yeah, we're fucking gonna be extinct. Yeah, especially in Europe. What's the average in Europe? per family, 0.5 kids or something.
It's disgusting.
It's just stupid.
And the white women don't even have white babies anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So, to be honest, it's a tough question. For me, it is the matter of economic policy in some sense, because I don't want to sound, somehow racist or whatever. Probably it's going to sound.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
it's okay to be racist on this program.
If you just look at demographics objectively, I think the more education you have, the less kids you have, because you understand what it takes to have a kid. So not just physically and resource-wise, but money-wise, and not just your personal time-wise. So if we have better economic ability or better support, even for the white families that actually kind of calculate the fucking risks and calculate how they can actually bring up a child properly. And then also, because even look at China, if you want to have a second kid, pay up, bitch. Like, they actually have to pay. It's expensive to have a second kid.
Yeah.
So, and here, what they do is a little bit the opposite. They don't really provide that much support for whites, but when you are on welfare and you're struggling and you have 17 children, you get endless money.
The whites pay the taxes on
and the whites pay. So this is like, as they talk about AI, and Sam Altman says basic, universal income, it's already fucking happening. It's called welfare. And I think that this is something that is promoting the whole fucking thing. So, and then it becomes a business. And this is a business of extinction of a white race in some sense.
Dubai, I'm sure you hear about Gaza all the time. And I'm not a fan of Israel, even though I'm Jewish. I'm not a fan of Netanyahu. I'm not a fan of Israel.
Never been a fan either.
But I'm going to be very frank. I'm sick of hearing about 50,000 Palestinians. By the way, that's Hamas's number, not mine. Who are died when there's 1.5 million white people who died in Ukraine. Why are we constantly hearing about 50 to 100,000 Palestinians who died? And I'm not saying they should have died. I'm not justifying anything. 1.5 million Russians and Ukrainians. People would have considered brothers. My mom is Ukrainian. My dad is Russian. What the fuck is going on? They're literally killing each other in the streets. Zelensky don't give a fuck. He's taking 60-year-old men and sending them to the front line.
It's a business for them.
Putin basically changed his whole economy, so now he has a wartime economy. So if he shuts it down, the economy collapses. Like, what is going on here, brother?
For me, I think it's just, I don't think Russia-Ukraine is Russia-Ukraine. Neither do I think US-Iran is US-Iran. I think it's bigger fucking game.
Technocrats versus someone else?
I think it's just, because the dollar is collapsing, the dollarization is in full swing. And I think that the biggest game here is basically US, NATO, and China and the fucking allies. So I think that it's just, it's a chessboard.
Yes.
And
you play chess, by the way?
A little bit. So Ukraine is a fucking pawn. Iran is a bigger but still a pawn in this big game, because what is Iran? It's the control of transit, that is inflation, that is oil, that is consumer goods. There's so many things that really it's a fight between who's gonna become the fucking king next. Because if you study what Ray Dalio has said about the mega cycles, we're at the end of the current one, and the current one is the US, and the US right now with the external debt, who knows what the fuck they're gonna do. One of my conspiracy theories has been that, what if it's their plan to really ignite a global war, and then just somehow by this come to the countries that they will supposedly, so they'll create a problem, and then they will come to the countries and they will supposedly defend them.
Problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah, and then we're gonna fix it for you.
Illuminati stuff again. Problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah, and then they're gonna come with a solution saying, guys, we're gonna take care of the war. We're gonna, get more fucking soldiers in there, but you're gonna drop our debt or some shit. I don't know.
So
because they cannot fix it. And China knows this, and it's...
China can't fix it, America can't fix it, Trump can't fix it, but he's trying to do something about it. I think the game is very different now than it was even 5 years ago. At the very beginning of the year, I used no AI. Right now, half my operation is AI, and I got a pretty big operation that goes on. I've literally fired 6 people. I don't need them anymore. And I warned them that this was coming last year. I told my Clippers, be very careful. Next year, AI is coming. It hasn't caught up to you guys yet, but it's coming.
It's coming.
And why would I pay a Clipper $5,000 when Claw can do it for $1,000? Like, for what reason? The quality is absolutely the same. Yeah. So now we're in a situation where truck drivers, taxis, all these guys who did these minimum labor jobs, they're going to be replaced by computers.
Yep.
They're going to be replaced by AI. That is going to basically mean there's going to be less money on the streets.
Yep.
Because if the poor people don't have fucking money to buy consumer goods, everything's going down because there's more poor people than rich people. That's never going to change. So, Elon Musk, as you said before, was talking about a basic income. At some point, maybe by the end of this decade, maybe somewhere in that range, they're going to have to give the people who have no jobs a basic income because, quite frankly, I don't care if you're white and black. If your kid needs something to eat, you're going to do what you need to do to get that kid some food.
Yeah.
So the basic income is coming, which means capitalism, in the form it's in right now, is going to die. Maybe they'll have socialism for the poor and capitalism for the rich. Maybe something like that will exist. But the world is changing to the point where I tell people, Bills, how many times have I said this over the years? If you don't get your fucking bag now, you will be broke for the rest of your life. It's going to be generational fucking poverty. You have to make a move now. It's not fair. It's not fair. I had a lot of time. I'm in my fucking 40s. He's in his 30s. We had some time. At the same time, we didn't live in the age where a 20-year-old could make $10 million when we were growing up. Now that is a reality. So it's yin and yang. But guys, I'm going to be very, very blunt with you. If you don't make your money within the next couple years, maybe next year it's all over, maybe it's going to be 2030. If you don't make your money by then, it's all over. And what you have to do to earn that money, learn AI. Learn how to use Claude. I pulled my kid out of school, bro. What are they going to teach him about LGBT? Women's rights?
I will never put my kid in a school unless it's Harvard. Then he can go there for connections.
Well, they're going to brainwash him there too.
Yeah, maybe I'll choose some other Ivy League. But for school, it's fucking nonsense, man. I don't even know what's the point. To learn algebra for what? I mean, it's good to develop your brain, but you will never use
chess. Develops it just as fast.
Yeah, it's just such a this system is crumbling, totally. I mean, when people are going to school and they're paying so much of student loans back until they're 45, this shit is going to get worse because even us in our companies, at the peak, I employed 200 people. Now we're down to like 100 people in total, and about 60% of the firing was due to AI.
Of course.
Like, we don't even need fucking front-end developers. Like, basic linear code is written by Claude at fucking 5 cents on a dollar.
Yeah.
For what? And then there's guys, I'm going to be a developer. You're going to develop what, your dick? Like, I genuinely don't fucking understand no more. And then there's people who are saying, no, it's not possible. It's not going to work out. So I posted a video once where I've showed an automated driving, automated fucking 18-wheeler in Texas. And there was a retard who literally came into the comments and said, this will never happen. Bro, did you see a fucking video? It's here. Yeah. They don't believe it. So one day I give them 2 to 4 years until about 80% of people will be fucked. And I think it's going to be even maybe faster.
It's probably higher than 80%. I think the world economy is going to collapse next year.
Probably. Yeah.
The reason I think that is next year is the year of the goat.
I can use this one, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. Next year is the year of the goat. The goat's enemy is the ox. The Wall Street was founded in the ox year, just like I was talking about Bitcoin and its enemy year. Next year, the stock market's enemy year. So what you have to understand is next year, I'm looking at about 50-60% losses in Dow Jones. That's a big fucking haircut.
I'm waiting for that.
You're waiting for that because you know how to short. You're waiting for that because you know how to make money off that. Most people don't even know you can make money off the market falling.
People think you only make money when it grows.
No, I enjoy shorting SpaceX.
Elon
Musk, fuck you. I enjoy shorting SpaceX. As a matter of fact, the only free shorts I give out is SpaceX and Tesla because I hate Elon Musk. He suspended me like 28 times on Twitter. Yeah. He doesn't like me too much. As a matter of fact, before he even owned Twitter, he had me blocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not a fan. It's okay. There's many billionaires who actually do like me. So it's all right.
Man, yeah, with what is happening now in the markets, I'm really anticipating that a lot of people are looking down on Bitcoin now. But I think with Bitcoin...
This year I am.
Yeah, no, this year it's bad. Like, I think that we're going to go lower. My price target is like 30 to 50K.
Yeah, that's normal.
30 probably worst case scenario, 50 best case scenario. Because the market right now is just too fucked. There's no liquidity. We need money printing, etc., etc. And the fucking all eyes are on
once
AI.
Every 4 years, right?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So, and we need liquidity to come back in. But with Bitcoin, my opinion is a lot of people are gonna ask, what the fuck to do? In my opinion, you just need to generate as much cash as possible, pull the money out of nonsense.
What's nonsense?
A fucking brand new $150,000 truck. Oh, some shit like this, you know?
Says the guy who got the Bugatti, right?
I can afford that. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. I mean, I always played with like 10% of my money. I never did more. Like, I'm degen in terms of like buying Bitcoin. I'm crazy about it. Like, I've been buying for fucking forever.
When did you buy your first Bitcoin?
2019. It was not that long ago, but I did
about 20, 30 something back then.
My average entry price is 27,000.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
I'm okay. I'm fine.
I'm not sure you're gonna beat my average 22 on Zcash, but
but I believe in the fact that, as you know, with Bitcoin, of course, there is a probability it might be all a fucking sham, scam, and some doubtful. I give it, so if it's not gonna be zero, if it's not a scam, it's gonna be at 1 million. So mathematically,
that's a good way to look at it.
So, and for me, it's an asymmetric bet. So it's a 5% chance you're gonna lose at the current rate 60 grand on one Bitcoin, but it's a 95% probability that big question mark is gonna take 5, 10, 15 years, God fucking knows. But it's gonna go beyond 1 million. So that's it.
Are you worried about quantum computing? And how
no, because they can fork it, they can adjust, because quantum computers, even though they're already powerful, it takes quite a lot of time for them to gain the crazy amount of compute necessary to threaten Bitcoin. And then, even then, it's not so simple.
You see how AI has got better every single month.
Yes.
Claude this year has got 3 times more powerful than it was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
With quantum computing, it's the same way. You're not worried about Bitcoin then? This is why I like Zcash. This is why I like privacy. It's going to be a lot more difficult for quantum computing to crack that than it is Bitcoin.
But even with Bitcoin, it's tough. I think the real threat in quantum computers, at the rate at which they're developing now, even if you factor in the infinite progression of the speed at which it's developing, like faster and faster that it's developing, it might take 5 to 10 years for it to become a real threat. But until then, the Bitcoin community is already working on workarounds. So they are aware of it. So it's not like it's a big fucking surprise. So there is threat always, everywhere, in whatever you do. But overall, I'm not that concerned.
What's your second favorite coin?
Ethereum.
Okay, wait. They got that Illuminati pyramid too on Ethereum, so I figured he was going to say that.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your numerology.
Yeah.
You're born in the year of the dog, and you're born on the 1st. You said about 15 minutes ago how you got a DUI and you opened a business. You turned a negative into a positive. And by the way, that's what great people do. Everyone falls on their ass. Everyone takes L's. Everyone gets knocked down. It's the people who can turn a fucking loss into a win, turn a negative into a positive. Those are the great people in life. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, those are the people who made it just like you.
Yeah.
But having said that, ones are prone to alcoholism. Alcohol starts with A. A is the first letter. So people who are born in the 1st, 10th, 1928, they're prone to alcoholism. Now, one of the things I haven't drank in like 20 years. I know actually I did drink once when John McCain died. I probably should have another drink for Lindsey Graham, but you know, it is what it is. I'm definitely gonna have one when Bonnie goes. I promise you. Mashallah, forgive me. But it is what it is. People who are ones that I've been telling this to people for a while, the worst thing they can do is drink. So I encourage you to completely quit.
I quit 10 years ago.
Outstanding, brother. We're on the same page.
Once I quit drinking, it's been, well, not 10, it's been 9.5. My life turned around. I became rich. I found the right woman. Within 4 months after I quit drinking, I started looking. I was much bigger and my face was horrible. Like I looked like an alcoholic. Like if I can show you my older picture, when I was 20, I looked like I was 40. Like it's horrible. I had a real problem. I could drink for like 2 weeks straight. It was, a lot of people don't believe it, that somebody at the age of 19, 20, 21 can have a problem that bad. Like I was classified as class 2 alcoholic. What the fuck ever?
The fuck is a class 2 alcoholic?
In Europe, they have those classifications and they classify.
European fucking homo.
Yeah, it's a bit faggoty shit, to be honest. Like,
watch that word. We're on YouTube. Watch that word.
So sorry.
You could call them homosexuals. My apologies, YouTube. My apologies. We're good.
Okay, yeah. So, and once I've quit that, it was the biggest devil in my life. My life just turned around. Like I almost effortlessly, everything worked. Not everything, but yeah.
In astrology, the most susceptible sign to alcoholism is a dog. So you hit with the double whammy. You were a dog, and you know how many people I know who were born in dog years fucked their life up because of alcohol?
Interesting. It's so interesting.
So fucking many.
It was so hard for me, man. Like
so fucking
I can
many.
quit whatever. I can you know, if I have a joint, I don't need a joint tomorrow. If I have a beer, bro, my eyes go crazy, and I'm a different person. I can't stop.
Yeah. So again, this just proves to you what I've been telling you guys for years. If you're a one life path, if you're born the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th, if you are born in a dog year, do not drink. This man just told you that he quit drinking and he became a multi-millionaire, met the love of his wife, and now they're starting a family. This is exactly what you want. You've won. You won in life. You have a solid wife who was with you before you were broke. You know, like these red pill guys over here talking about, yo, they're all whore. Yeah, they probably are. Whose fault is that?
No, it's fault of Instagram.
And by the way, we both didn't marry an American woman, so we don't have those problems.
Man, if I were to look for a woman now, I think I would never get married.
I'd go to a Muslim country.
Or some, because...
You know why?
Why?
Because if they're whores in the Muslim country, there's serious consequences for that. True. That's why.
I think it would be just quite tough because then there is different level of expectation. But when you build shit together, and this is when, you know, if we were ever to get divorced and, you know, I would have to give up some of my equity, that would be totally fine. I would respect that because we built shit together. You know, of course she wasn't building it with a fucking hammer like I was.
Of course.
But she really genuinely supported me. Maybe not 50-50, but 30-70 for sure.
30-70, that should be the rate. How about 80-20?
We'll
80-20. Oh, I'm never getting divorced, so we're good on that.
Yeah. But getting married now and finding the right girl, and especially, you know, guys, they're fucking flashy. They're driving a G-Wagon and they want that booty and they want some like cool girl from Miami, and then they're surprised that she's like looking at your fucking wallet. You're a dum-dum. Like, it doesn't fucking compute, you know?
You know, on Instagram over here, I've seen some vile shit. As soon as you're famous, these women start sending you all sorts of fucking crap. And it's like, yeah, I live in Miami, but I'm married. Try the next one.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a few of those. You know, some girls, when I became wealthy and I became one of the most known people in Latvia, and it was kind of problematic, close to like Andrew Tate type stuff. Like,
so he had a Romania, you had a Latvia.
Yeah.
So, you were that guy in Latvia.
Yeah, I was that guy in Latvia.
Okay.
Like, I mean, so that you understand, Latvia has like 1.5 million citizens.
They all follow you.
They don't all follow me, but when it comes to TikTok, I have a Latvian TikTok that I don't even post in there anymore. But when I would make a video, I would get anywhere from 50 to 300,000 views, which is not much, but considering that Latvia has 700,000 TikTok accounts. Half of all Latvian... How many
followers you have on TikTok?
It's like 500,000, but those are mixed on TikTok. But so like literally have a fucking country in TikTok, and Latvia would watch my content. So, and at some point I got so much hate because Latvia is poor country, as you called it before, the shithole. So whenever somebody sees a Latvian in the Bugatti, oh man, people go fucking berserk on me.
You're a mafia,
money laundering.
Yep.
It's like, and I'm reading these comments, I'm like, I just left.
Shit, people think I made a deal with the devil.
Oh, that's whenever they see my tattoo, they're like, now it's clear.
It makes sense.
Now it makes sense.
It can't be you just got a tattoo.
No.
He's Illuminati.
Illuminati, devil, and whatever. You know, they are trying to fucking make an excuse for their own fucking miserable life.
You know what I find very interesting? People will look at tattoos, like for instance, I got 33, so I'm a Mason and all that shit. But you know, they never look at Elon. Never look at Elon and say that stuff. It's very interesting to me. Even though Elon, his first kid died in a couple weeks. You know, if I was gonna be Illuminati and I wanted someone to make a deal, it's probably be for their first son, just like Joe Biden. Joe Biden, the president of the United States, something happened to his first son too. Interesting how that works. The richest man in the world and the former president both had their first child go. If I was trying to connect the dots, I'd probably be looking there. But, you know, that's just me.
You know, just like with the Andrew Tate case, why check the whole fucking long Epstein list? Let's just arrest Tate.
No, of course.
Instead. So all the guys in UK, all these pedos in UK, that's all right. They're not even in jail. They weren't even detained.
Oh, they're in government.
But they're
running the laws.
They're ruling the shit. So it just tells you something. So,
Andrew Tate, you traveled all the way from Dubai, not that far, but you traveled from Dubai to come here to support Tate. Obviously, you can't see him and stuff like that. Why did you feel a need to come to a foreign land and to show your support to Andrew Tate?
For me, it's, well, first of all, I know them personally. I have my own feelings in general in terms of this entire situation. Again, I don't have any proof. I don't advocate they're guilty or not. I'm not a judge. I'm not the God. I'm not, a fucking prosecutor. But what I do know is there is a lot of evil.
I wish I was an executioner.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But in this world, I think there is a lot of evil, and this evil rules the world.
I agree.
I think that you might like Trump, might not like Trump, but he seems to be on a different side of things. For me, again, with what has been...
Trump ain't trying to take my guns away.
Yeah.
Trump's not trying to turn my kids into trans and homosexuals. Trump's actually trying to lower the taxes. So from what I'm looking at, I'm okay with it. Now, is Trump a saint? Of course not. But it was either Trump or a whore from California.
Yeah, no thanks.
What am I? What do I? People think I'm the biggest Trump supporter, and I might seem like I am because the other side is complete trash.
True.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to support?
So for this reason, I decided to just come down here and to just see this thing for myself and just try to raise a bit of awareness. I've done like 3-4 million views for them for this topic, and I had a lot of my followers tag Marco Rubio and Trump family to try to maybe get some extra attention, just to, because when they are out, they're free. Everybody wants their attention. Everybody wants their friend.
Yep.
But when shit hits the fan,
no one's here.
Nobody's there.
Fresh is there.
Yeah.
Tyson Hockley was there.
Yeah.
And you.
And I.
That's it.
That's it.
3 guys.
3 guys.
3 guys were there supporting the Tates. I know all of them now. Tyson, I know. I know Fresh. He's my tag team partner. And now Thomas is over here. And everyone wants the Tates to do this, do a podcast, do this, do that. But when they're down and out, no one.
It's all gone. It's just the same thing, I've had quite a few guys who sadly went to jail that I know of. Some fairly, some unfairly. And, they told me the stories that you're on the fucking horse, you're a king, everything is happening, you're going through quickly through life, everybody wants you. But as soon as you're gone, as soon as you have a problem, literally 99% of fucking people who are like, oh, you're my friend, they fucking disappear, man.
What do you expect when you have bastards who are raised by whores?
Cannot expect.
You have a whole bunch of single mother whores in this country who are raising bastards. You expect these people to have any loyalty?
No.
Andrew Tate, I literally saw Sneeko. And can you play something from Sneeko real quick, talking shit about Tate, Bills? Sneeko idolized Tate. He idolized the guy. Sneeko converted to Islam, took a shahada because of Tate. And now he's talking shit about Tate 24/7.
Is he?
I used to manage Sneeko. Fucking piece of shit.
He looks strange. I don't know.
I mean, he says he's a Muslim, but I think he was on his knees for other reasons. So when it comes down to it, you have to understand that this is it is what it is. The homosexuals and the religious people got that shit in common. They like being on their knees. I don't know what to say, but all jokes aside, I've seen it happen to me.
Oh.
I'm the top guy in my field. And I've seen people who learned numerology from me, basically made money from me, became multimillionaires because of me, and now they're talking shit about me. And it's just the way it is and what it basically comes down to is these people all think they're better than you. Everyone, all his ops think they're better than him. All my ops think but for some reason, they're behind that camera watching us, and we're here. You know why? Because we actually believed in ourselves. We actually went out there and made connections. I've spent more money on dinners in here in Miami, probably 300,000, $250,000, to make fucking connections, to network. You guys would never do that. These people would never do anything like that. They think going to McDonald's is fucking networking and shit like that. I'm taking people to fucking steakhouses, at least 2,000-3,000 fucking bills. This is what you need to do. And quite frankly, what advice do you have to someone listening right now who wants to be in your position?
The biggest advice probably throughout the years of business and trading and investments is first step is always understanding what your superpower is and really identifying it, because I've identified long ago that I'm just good with people. I'm good with
3 life path.
Yeah.
3 life path.
It's so true, man. It's so true. Yeah, the blah, blah, blah thing. So that's why I was able to get millions of followers on social media, and I just capitalized on that. And then I realized that I'm good with numbers as well, with business and putting together teams and getting investors on board. Throughout the years, I was able to raise over $10 million for different stuff, including the recent crypto exchange. And for me, like if I were to go back and see myself being younger, what I would have told myself is when you find your superpower, but I would have told myself the superpower I have, and just to focus on that one thing for 5 to 10 years. One thing. Because a lot of people, what they do is they want instant gratification. They want to fucking compete. They want to be the best.
Yes.
But in reality, what they do is they pull a fucking butt plug out their ass and they get in a ring without having any fucking fights ever before, and they want to fight Mike Tyson. Then they get knocked out, and then they're surprised that they fucking lost everything. Because the expectation bar, like because of Instagram and social media, your expectation is that it's easy.
Okay.
That it's easy to make money. And when you're in the right place at the right time, money flows. But you got to put yourself in a position to end up there. So, and sometimes it can take a while. And people lose trust in themselves, in the journey, and they just don't fucking continue. So my motto of this life is extremely simple. The only people who fail are the people who either never try or try and give up.
Or the people who follow women. You're definitely cooked. You're definitely cooked.
No, that is true, yeah.
I think the 19th Amendment should be repealed. 19th Amendment, women's right to vote. What are your feelings on that?
It's interesting that you bring this up. You know, Saudi Arabia only recently introduced that women can drive.
And the accidents went way up.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what the statistic is. It would be interesting to look that up.
They would trust me on that one. The accidents went way up.
So, you know, just like Tate's opinion on women thing, like I have a very similar opinion about women when it comes to just general like equality thing. But I don't think there is equality. I think every like man and a woman, we have different tasks. We were brought to this world to not compete with each other, which is what is happening now. Like there's feminists, there is this, and then there is masculinity guys who are literally like, you know, saying like really terrible things. I think that everybody needs to know their place. Everybody needs to know what the fuck their objective is.
I told women the kitchen's right over there.
Well, kinda. You know, I mean, it's a bit more complicated than that, but
yeah, you gotta change the diapers over there.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, women in terms of voting, to be honest, it's not that I don't want to say something. I didn't even think about that if they should vote or not. But what I do think is that they probably should pull their face out of men's business. And a good example of it is boxing. You want equality? Take Tristan Ham and fucking go in the ring with him, and then see if there's equality. And this is what life is.
I ain't gonna fight him. I already saw him. I'm good, man.
No, I mean,
I'll tell you what though. If someone gave me $1 million, I'll go in the ring with him. Unlike Sneako's bitch ass. Could you imagine Tate offered you $1 million and you fucking said no? You fucking bitch. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think that there is just certain things that women shouldn't get themselves into, just like men shouldn't get into.
Men shouldn't wear makeup.
Yeah.
Men shouldn't have dresses on.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clev. Men shouldn't like do shit like that, man. I know the guy. It's all good, man.
Yeah. So that's why voting wise, I don't know. I know that women think in a different way. Even with my wife, you know, we used to argue a lot, and then you know what? I fucking stopped arguing because I realized that women genuinely are from a different planet. They think differently. They almost are like, you know, as they say, men are from Mars and women are from Venus or some shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's metaphorical thing.
I thought they were from hell, but you know.
Yeah. So I think that they're just super different, and they're made for
different. That's a nice word.
they're different. So, and that's why, you know, with my wife, when she goes bananas in some things, and I notice that she's just doing her woman thing, I just ignore her. I'm like,
that time of the month. Leave it alone.
Oh, especially that. Sometimes, you know, she comes to me and she says something, I don't recognize her. I'm like, is that?
Yeah. Is it that time of the month?
And she's like,
yeah.
Then I'm like, okay.
You know, I remember I was very controversial when I said this about 15 years ago. I went on the news because I was a local celebrity in Cleveland, Ohio, which is pretty much nothing like you in Latvia and stuff like that. But I said that women shouldn't be judges because you know, if it's that time of the month and someone's, you know, going up against her, she's gonna rack that motherfucker up.
That is kind of it has some objectivity in it. Yeah,
100%. That's not even sexist at all. I'm just saying
it's just biology. Really,
a woman should not be judging people when it's that time of the month. Personally, I don't think any woman has the right to judge me. Only men has the right to judge me, but we live in a crazy country. It is what it is. We're gonna go to break in a little bit, and we're gonna get your friend in here. How do people get a hold of you? How do people
Instagram DMs.
Instagram? You don't want to put anything else out there?
Now,
that's how you know a motherfucker got money, man. He's not even trying to fucking promote.
No.
Anyways, Bills, let's go to put in a commercial for the Q app real quick. And by the way, Garry AI is active, baby. Listen, there's some really bad things about AI taking a lot of people's jobs, a lot of people going to the poorhouse, but there's some good things about AI too. Like, imagine being able to talk to Genghis Khan. Imagine being able to talk to Julius Caesar, Napoleon, whoever Stalin, I guess some people, Hitler, if you're a goddamn Nick Fuentes. You know, imagine being able to talk to those fucking people. Now, because of technology, we have that ability. I charge $5,300 for a reading. He could afford it, but not many of you guys could. Now, billions of you can do the same thing billionaires hired me for. Garry AI is active. It's an app within the app on the Q app. Download it today, and you don't have to pay me thousands of dollars anymore. Just talk to the AI 24/7. We're going to take a quick break, about 5-10 minutes. When we come back, we're going to have another special guest. Maybe you'll tell us a little bit more how to actually whip someone's ass. Yeah. We'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
The Q app is the best numerology and astrology app ever freaking made, man. For instance, you put in your birthday, it's gonna tell you what cities are good for you, what clothing brands you should wear. You look at me, I'm not dressed too well, I don't give a f, but I wear a Rolex, not an AP. Why don't I wear AP? AP was found in the pig ear. This was found in the snake ear. I'm a snake. I wear a Coach bag. Coach was found in the snake ear. Everything around me is going to be compatible energy. This is what people need to do. Everything that's in that app is based off what I've learned, and I'm giving it to the public at a very reasonable price. Say you're about to buy a car and you buy the wrong car that's in your enemy year and you get in an accident. You don't think it's worth having that app that would have saved your ass? Say you're about to get married in the wrong city that's in your main city. You don't think it's worth having an app that would save your ass? And you have an AI in there now too. You can talk to the AI. It's going to be right there in the Q app. It'll tell you exactly what state you want to go to, what country you want to go to. It will tell you where to be and where not to be. And let me tell you something. This product is worth its weight in gold. It is the best app ever made for numerology and astrology, bar none. The Q app is the best numerology and astrology app ever freaking made, man. For instance, you put in your birthday, it's gonna tell you what cities are good for you, what clothing brands you should wear. You look at me, I'm not dressed too well, I don't give a f, but I wear a Rolex, not an AP. Why don't I wear AP? AP was found in the pig year. This was found in the snake year. I'm a snake. I wear a Coach bag. Coach was found in the snake year. Everything around me is going to be compatible energy. This is what people need to do. Everything that's in that app is based off what I've learned, and I'm giving it to the public at a very reasonable price. Say you're about to buy a car and you buy the wrong car that's in your enemy year and you get in an accident. You don't think it's worth having that app that would have saved your ass? Say you're about to get married in the wrong city that's in your main city. You don't think it's worth having an app that would save your ass? And you have an AI in there now too. You can talk to the AI. It's going to be right there in the Q app. It'll tell you exactly what state you want to go to, what country you want to go to. It will tell you where to be and where not to be. And let me tell you something. This product is worth its weight in gold. It is the best app ever made for numerology and astrology, bar none. The Q app is the best numerology and astrology app ever freaking made, man. For instance, you put in your birthday, it's going to tell you what cities are good for you, what clothing brands you should wear. You look at me, I'm not dressed too well, I don't give a f, but I wear a Rolex, not an AP. Why don't I wear AP? AP was found in the pig year. This was found in the snake year. I'm a snake. I wear a Coach bag. Coach was found in the snake year. Everything around me is going to be compatible energy. This is what people need to do. Everything that's in that app is based off what I've learned, and I'm giving it to the public at a very reasonable price. Say you're about to buy a car and you buy the wrong car that's in your enemy year and you get in an accident. You don't think it's worth having that app that would have saved your ass? Say you're about to get married in the wrong city that's in your main city. You don't think it's worth having an app that would save your ass? And you have an AI in there now too. You can talk to the AI. It's going to be right there in the Q app. It'll tell you exactly what state you want to go to, what country you want to go to. It will tell you where to be and where not to be. And let me tell you something. This product is worth its weight in gold. It is the best app ever made for numerology and astrology, bar none.
And we back. And what I thought we'd go into today was to talk about some experiences that most of you guys will never have. Talk about some experiences that you guys, if you go through, maybe the things we talk about might help. You're big into crypto. This year, just this year, and last year, not before that, but this year and last year, I had days where I lost 7 figures in crypto. I had days where I made 2 million in crypto. I've been a big gambler my whole life. Been going to Vegas, gambling 100, 200,000, whatever. I know how to go to sleep at night if I lost $1 million. I can sleep. I'm not gonna do that. But when I was younger and I lost like maybe 50,000 for the first time in my life, bro, I could sleep. I'm sweating. I'm doing all this. I'm assuming if I had those million days in crypto, you have definitely had those million plus and minus days. Before we go into you getting those millions of dollars in a day and how that made you feel and what you did, tell us about your biggest losses in crypto. Tell us how you reacted to it and how much it was.
Man, the biggest, craziest, and probably the saddest story of my crypto journey, I do like to trade futures a lot, which is kind of high risk.
That's especially with this war going on.
Before the approval of the Ethereum ETF, I kind of thought that they will approve it and that it would create positive impact. So I opened a $5 $6 million Ethereum long trade, which at the peak, it went to $1.5 million profit. Then it went down to minus $1 million loss, so it's $2.5 million difference.
Swing.
And then just in funding fees, I paid $200,000 just to hold that, because in crypto there's
I get it.
Yeah, okay. So I paid $200,000 just in fucking funding fees to close it at basically fucking loss. So that was one of the most painful experiences I had because I held it for too long.
So first you're up 1.5 mil.
Yeah.
Then it goes down $1 million. So now it's a $2.5 million swing.
Yeah.
So that's literally $2.5 million. I know how you're thinking. Yeah. That's $2.5 million. You're not thinking it's $1 million loss.
No.
You're thinking you lost 2.5. Because I think the same fucking way. I've been around these guys enough to know how they think.
Yeah.
Then the most painful part was not the $1 million loss. The most painful part was you had to pay $200K.
I had to fucking wait for so long, sit on it, and have my capital parked in margin for this trade, and still fucking pay almost a house in funding fees for just one trade. But the second most painful time is now.
Before you go to that, what did you do that day? Couldn't you not sleep, or are you one of those guys where whatever?
Now, some of the hardest times in my life, I usually go into spirituality a bit, and one time I was so fucking depressed that I actually hired a spiritual guide, and he took me to Cairo, and I actually rented the Pyramid of Giza all for myself.
Whoa. You rented the Pyramid of Giza all to yourself?
Yes. So in Cairo, if you know the right people, you can give a bribe to the Ministry of
Of course you can. I understand how shit works there.
Yeah. So
and 6 figures, 7 figures?
No, it's cheap, man. It's
what?
Well, the entire trip cost me 50 grand. But the actual going into the pyramid, it was like 5 grand.
Yo, hook me up.
I can hook you.
No, seriously, hook me up.
Yeah,
I'm going to Egypt. I was talking to my billionaire buddy about renting up on amusement parks. I could go on the ride with all the kids and no line. Fuck that! I'm going to Egypt. I can have the whole pyramid to myself.
Yes.
To myself.
So what happens is there is a hotel, 5-star hotel right next to the pyramids. And they come to the hotel at 3 a.m. in a fucking bus with guys with AK-47s, because these are all just fucking guards that do this shit. They take you to the pyramid, they turn on the light, they give you the key to the Pyramid of Giza, and you go.
How many people did you go in there with?
It was me and my wife and our we had 2 spiritual guides. One female spiritual guide for my wife and one spiritual guide, male, for me. And we were doing different practices. We went into the lower chamber first, There we did a bunch of fucking meditations, visualizations. We came in with an intention, what we want from the pharaohs, the kings, and the power of Egypt. And then we went into middle chamber, which is I think Queen's chamber. We did a few practices there, like the Om song singing together in fucking darkness. And then the King's chamber, which actually has the sarcophagus or whatever the fuck that is. I laid in it. It was dark. It was just us, and I had a bunch of people around me holding like a fucking
What an
pole.
experience.
Man, it was. And then this price also included the swings. I also had swings to myself. So, and then the sun was coming up. It was because you have 3 hours from 3 a.m. to 3, from 3 to 6 till 6, yes. So we went to, and we saw the sunrise. So the sun is coming up, swings, and just us. So.
Do you know what the pyramids were actually built for?
There's many theories, including.
There's no theory.
So tell me, what is the truth?
Because they were transferring consciousness. So the pyramids lay on certain ley lines, and if the sun hits that ley line at a certain point, the Egyptians believe that you can transfer consciousness from one to another, and I think they were successful.
Who knows? You know, yesterday I watched a documentary about Maya. And how they had the fucking math that was completely different math from our math. And it was more complicated and more elegant, as they call it. Because we use like from 1 till 10. So we have 10. They somehow used from 1 till 20. It was different math. And they built a calendar that didn't measure just years and months, an accurate calendar, mechanical one. But it also measured millennia. For what? And these are supposedly dudes with a fucking leaf on their dick and a fucking copper spoon to make shit out of. Like,
No.
So yeah, it's so crazy.
When it comes to Babylon, when it comes down to all those ancient civilizations, they weren't all ends in fucking huts. Okay, you know, some of these people had great civilizations. The difference is they didn't have technology like we have it, which is pretty much all material. They had spiritual technology.
Yeah.
Where a person with a higher vibration would be able to take that technology and make it better. Where, for instance, if you have a phone or I have a phone, what we do, the phone's potential is the same. But under the technology they had, they give us the same type of equipment, and whoever had the higher vibration would be able to actually get more of the technology. Their technology didn't cause radiation. It wasn't machine-based. It was spiritual-based.
Yeah.
They still fucked up, because if they did, they would be here and shit like that. But I believe there was different gods that were running things back then. I'm not sure what your views on God and what I call the prime creator is, but my opinion is this is a prison planet. My opinion is this is a matrix, and the prime creator, the God, whatever people want to call it, not the Allah, not the Jesus, but the real prime creator, he allowed these demons to rule this realm because they're here to test us. They're here to test us to say, oh, you have an alcohol problem? Oh, okay. Here. Oh, you have a problem with whores? We're going to get you a whole bunch of them. Now you're going to, it's here to test us. If you're a beautiful woman, are you going to keep your legs open to get what you want in life? Or are you going to fucking be a good, solid fucking mother? It's here to test us. That's why I look at Israel. You have Is, Ra, El. The El is in Elohim, just like the elite. We both have Rolex. We have Rolex on. You ever notice the ads with the Rolex is always a 28? Whenever they have an ad in a Rolex, it's always a 20. Every single time. Put some Rolex ads on here, Bills. Every single time it's a Rolex ad, they have a 28. Now, that's not the only important thing about Rolex. I wear a Rolex, not an AP. The reason I wear it is because I'm born in the year of the snake, and Rolex was found in the year of the snake. So that's why I wear this and not an AP. But if you look at Rolex, R-O. R is the 18th letter. O is the 15th letter. 18 plus 15 is what? 33. So in the name of Rolex, they have 33. You know what else they have? Royal, Rothschild, Romanov. You get it? Yeah. It's all numerology and astrology, but it's hidden in plain sight. These people are blind. They can't see it until they're actually put in front of them. You were actually into numerology and astrology. Yeah. Did you know who I was when I contacted you?
I've seen your content before.
Okay,
yeah.
It's hard not to.
For me, it's I think that millionaires don't really go into this. Only billionaires do.
I consult quite a few of them.
Yeah. So a lot of the people that I meet, not all of them, but a lot of them believe in it. They check the numbers and they work with them and they somehow try to understand how they can control their fucking path by having that knowledge and stuff. And Hitler was looking also for the Holy Grail or whatever.
Hitler wasn't the only one. Hitler, they actually lie about Hitler's birthday. He wasn't born June 20th. He was born June 21st. And one of the reasons we know that was Hitler was a 33 life path. He came to power in 1933. 33. You know, if you look at Hitler's life, he's born 1889, the year of the ox. And if you study World War II, and I understand this might be boring to you people, but I'm a historian. You guys like to believe in tooth fairies, Santa Claus, make-believe fucking holy books. I actually like to look at history. And I like to compare the numerology and astrology to history. And Hitler had Europe dominated in 1941.
Yeah.
1941 is the year of the snake. The snake and ox are good friends. And then he had Stalingrad, and then he had Kursk. Now, you're from Latvia. You know what Stalingrad and Kursk are, unlike most of these Americans who don't know what the fuck that means. When he lost Stalingrad, that was 1943. When he lost Kursk, the biggest tank battle in history, that was 1943. 1943 is the year of the goat, the enemy of the ox, who was Hitler. You can go down the list and understand why he was losing the war. When he did, after 43, everyone knew it was over. It was absolutely all over.
It was clear, yeah.
You know, Stalin. Stalin was born in the year of the tiger. Tigers, ruthless fucking dictators when they get in a position of power. Absolutely ruthless. Stalin had a wife. His ex-wife, his wife at that time, committed suicide in his enemy year. You know what he did afterwards? He killed her whole family. That's what Stalin did.
Yeah.
Stalin was a fucking sick man. He was way worse than Hitler. Okay, Hitler was trying to kill other people. Now, I'm not saying justifying killing, but I'm saying, like, Stalin killed his own. You gotta be a sick motherfucker to go after your own people. Are you a man who likes to study history?
A bit, yeah.
What's your go-to? World War II, Russian history, Latvian history?
Everything fascinates me. Because I don't really trust older history. I think it's all fucking nonsense anyway.
Rome? Or how far back we go?
Even Rome. We're back even before Rome.
So at what point in history do you say, okay, this is most likely real?
I think probably within 500 years, whatever.
I would say that after 1700s recorded history.
3 to 500.
Yeah, I would say.
Everything else is just fucking bunch of...
You think it's all made up?
I wouldn't even be surprised, because I was thinking about the chances of us... Oh, really? 28? Yeah, look at that.
See that? And again, every single time there's a Rolex ad, there's
on all of them?
On all of them. Go. Well, put up every single one. It's not just one. They all put the number 28. They know. Listen, I told you guys, Vladimir Putin is richer than Elon Musk.
Of course.
Vladimir Putin is a trillionaire. 100%. Trillionaire. Maybe a couple times over.
Maybe.
I don't give a fuck what Russia's GDP is. He's got fucking T's. And Vladimir Putin had a daughter born on the 28th. This is not a coincidence. These people know. Now, most women, they make their money off divorces. That's how most of these women make money. Not Sheryl Sandberg, CFO of Facebook. Not her. She's a 28. She made her billions working. Not Jessica Alba, born on the 28th. She made her money with some kind of lingerie brand.
So do you think that these people who understand this and they use this, and for example, if their kids are born on the 28th, so they somehow time the birth?
I had a C-section.
C-section.
And of course, like, here, this is the important part that I found. I got married in 2004. When I got married, my wife wanted to have baby. Russian woman who wants to have babies right away. Sorry, baby, I ain't rich enough yet to have fucking kids. And by the way, we're not having a child until 2013, the year of the snake, because I want to have a snake child because I'm born in the snake year. She waited 9 years. 9 years. That's not a conversation that I wanted to have with her every single year, but I did because I wanted the energies to align. I was paying attention to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's first child is a snake, Don Jr. His last son, Barron, is a dog. You want to guess what my son is? My second one? Born in a dog year. Now, why? This is very important. Why? Snake is the 6th sign. Dog is the 11th sign. 6 and 11, 17. 1 and 7, 8. 8's the number of money. 28's the number of wealth. So, for example, the Chinese. The Chinese started the Olympic Games on 8/8/2008 at exactly 8:08 p.m. They had 888 couples get 8,888 couples get married right before the Olympic Games. They were the 15th biggest economy in the world in 2008. Within a few years, they became the second. This stuff works, and you have people out here calling me the devil, Mr. Nick Fuentes.
Whatever people
out here calling me a fucking devil.
See, whatever people don't understand, they crucify. So whenever they call you the devil, you know that you've done the right thing, because you definitely are not thinking like the mass.
If you think like the masses, you're gonna end up fucking broke just like them.
Yes.
I always like to tell people that money is very important. And the reason money is very important is because you can't be spiritual without it. Now, most of these spiritual gurus will cope and say, I don't need money. I have a relationship with God. You know, these copers all the time. They'll say anything to fucking justify their failures in life. But the way I look at it is very simple. You were talking about meditation. You're talking about visualization. You see where the hell I do my shit right here, right by the ocean.
Yeah.
No better place in the world. Trust me on that. But to actually be able to have time to do stuff like that,
you gotta have money.
Exactly, because you can't be doing a 9-to-5 job, can you?
Going to Egypt, renting a pyramid also costs money.
Yeah, it does. Now,
yeah.
I bet you all these people who are watching wish they had that experience. But those would be the same people who say, money's from the devil.
Let it be, fuck it.
Fuck them, right?
Yeah, fine, I don't care who pays me. If it's the devil or Jesus.
Devil, Jesus. Are you religious?
I used to be. I have many religious tattoos. But this was when my mother used to take me to church a lot, and then I didn't know any better, and then I kind of understood what quantum theory is. I understood what Bible is, Quran, a bit of history. I started doubting everything, and then I realized that probably there is a big creator, because none of this shit is random. So there probably is something, but it's probably not something that was invented by people to control people.
I'm not going to ask you any Muslim questions. You got to go back to Dubai at some point. I will ask you some Christian questions, though. Is Jesus still your Lord and Savior?
I wouldn't say so. I am my own Lord and Savior.
Do you believe you're a self-made God? Do you believe one of those spiritual guys that believe in I'm the God?
It's a very tough question. For me, I do believe that I create my own reality. So in some sense, I am God, because I can.
Well, just because you can manifest doesn't mean you're a God, though.
No, yeah, but I mean, I'm my own God. I'm not saying I'm God for everybody else. So I can be my own God. I can rely on myself. I can control my reality, and I can build it. So for me, I'd rather believe in myself. Yeah.
Do you believe there is a prime creator, God, or
something? Yeah, as I said, something that is beyond us. Probably there is, but we probably, even if we saw or understood,
we couldn't comprehend it.
We couldn't comprehend. Yeah.
Do you believe in evil?
No.
No. You don't think there's people who are inherently evil?
I think that there is evil as per se something that differs from, because we have very similar views, and what me and you what we view as evil is just the opposite of what we are. So we see that as evil. So if you're a Democrat, you're going to see evil in Republicans and the opposite. So I think that there is evil in that sense, but whether there is evil in the sense of karma, or if you do this, or you'll get.
Do you believe in karma?
To be honest, no. I just somehow, because I've looked at so many instances, and maybe I just don't know enough about them. I know so many people who've done so much bad shit to people. Like, I don't choose to do bad things to people. I would prefer to achieve my goals in other ways. So if I can choose to not do something bad, I would always choose not to. But there is people who purposefully do a lot of very bad shit that I know when they're super wealthy, they're super happy, so and I look at this and I'm like, and then there is dude who's been fucking working his entire life, his ass off, and he's got fucking cancer at 37 and fucking died because he was too poor to afford anything. And is this fair?
I understand. So let me say this. When it comes down to questions like that, these are questions I had myself. And the conclusion I came up with, again, thank you to numerology and astrology, is 8 equals karma. Not just money, but karma. Most people in the world are poor. And I think they're poor because of a lot of their sins from their past life. So a lot of people in this life who are committing sin, and you're like, wait a second, where's their bad karma?
So it came from the back.
Maybe they'll get it in their next life. That's number one. Number two, to actually have karma, you have to have a soul. If you have no soul, there's no karma to attach to it. So some of these people who are doing all of these negative things and they're super rich, they most likely don't have a soul. Because people with souls, they have karma attached to them. So and we can have karma to hold us down. But those people who don't have souls, there's nothing to hold them down.
So if they sold their soul to the devil?
Yes. So I wouldn't say they sold their soul to the devil. I would say they never had one to begin with. That's number one. Now, there's some people, women, who drink a whole bunch of alcohol. And one of the things is I believe in chakras. I believe in, we have a energy field around our bodies and stuff like that. You'll probably believe in a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
And when you drink, I just want the audience to understand this. Imagine this. Imagine you have like a force field around you. And when you drink, that force field having holes in it. And that's when these jinns and these demons can get in, possess your body, and that's when you become promiscuous. That's when you become all this other shit. Half the whores, if not 90% of the whores in this world, at least in the West, have a butterfly tattoo. Half the fucking whores. Every time I look at a whore, there's a butterfly. Here, all over Instagram. Just take a look. They all have butterfly tattoos because they're all fucking possessed. So yes, I do believe in possession.
I had one ex-girlfriend that was an escort, actually, and she had butterfly tattoos.
Shocking.
And she was actually making those in front of me at a fucking... Well, she had one butterfly before, but she's making 2 new ones.
Of course she is.
And she got me into tattoos. And she was an escort, as I found out.
Oh, shocking.
She was hot, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually part of the job description and stuff like that. But here's what I think happens. I think that when you damage your soul, and alcohol is the worst one for it, by far the worst. And when you get possessed, one of the reasons they want to have a butterfly tattoo is because a butterfly evolves from a caterpillar. And these demons think of us as caterpillars. So when they take over a host's body without the host even knowing it, they fucking try to get the host to fucking put a butterfly tattoo so one demon will be able to identify another. I'm telling you, I put a lot of thought into this stuff because I've seen a lot of stuff and I want to explain. And by the way, there's another Rolex watch with another 28.
Yeah, 28.
You know, this is.
I've never noticed it. Yeah.
Hey, it's there every single time.
They fucking hide it well.
Yes, they do. And the best way to hide something is in fucking plain sight, which is what these people do. Like, you know, there's different numbers that mean different things. 13. 13 is the number of the 13 royal families or Illuminati. Show me your symbol. The people you work for.
I have 13, I have three of these.
The 13 families that run the world. They have been running the world for a while. Now the technocrats are trying to challenge them and stuff like that. But these 13 families have their symbolism all over. And when I see their symbolism, I understand what it actually is. It's actually homage. See, you want people, if you're in power, you want people to pay respect and to pay homage, but you don't want the plebs and the sheep to actually know what they're doing. So when you go to McDonald's, obviously you don't, but when people go to McDonald's, McDonald's has a big M. M is the 13th letter. They're paying homage. In America, you have M&M's candy, paying homage. Marathon gas station, paying homage. What about the sports teams? The San Francisco 49ers, what's 4 plus 9? 13. The Philadelphia, didn't LeBron just sign with somebody? The Philadelphia 76ers 1-3, again 7-6. How about this one? LeBron signs with the Philadelphia 76ers. He signs on the 24th. He signs for $8 million. 8 and 24 are both Kobe Bryant's numbers. So LeBron goes to Kobe's home city and basically signs for $8 million on the 24th, and those were both Kobe's numbers. Get the fuck out of here. And then you fucking put into it that LeBron won the chip the year Kobe died? Yeah, bro. We know what's going on. LeBron, you ain't fooling anybody, bro. We know what the fuck's going on. A lot of people think LeBron made a deal with these people and he's going to be sacrificed like Kobe. And that's why he keeps fucking playing, because he doesn't want his time to run out. Because you see what happened to Kobe.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kobe, born in 1978, year of the horse, died in 2020, his enemy year.
What's the enemy year of the dog?
It is 2012. That was probably the first year you got hit real fucking hard. You're about 17, 18 years old.
There was a lot of shit in 2012.
Yeah, I bet there was. I bet there was.
This
is something you always have to understand. This is something, because it doesn't matter who you are. No matter how powerful you are, you're always going to be affected. For instance, Spain just won the World Cup. Spain, the country, was founded in a horse year. 2026 is a horse year. By the way, Argentina was founded in a rat year. They lost the goddamn World Cup. 1930, 1990, 2014. What the fuck you think was going to happen in 2026? All horse years. So again, this is a different way of thinking, but this is the correct way of thinking. And I will talk down to you people as much as I fucking want. Because at the end of the day, your kids, your grandkids are going to grow up and they're going to fucking laugh at you because you believed in fiction books while I was fucking breaking down the real shit. This is a very successful man. He believes in numbers, numerology. He actually uses it.
For sure. I mean, I should be using that more because, quite frankly, I'm noticing so many people around me. There's quite a few guys that are, honestly, I'm not even afraid of this word, retarded. You know, there's some people that are just autistic, that they're nice people. But if you talk to them, there is zero fucking intellectual capability. There is zero processing power, like none of it. So they're very slow.
That's the majority of women.
Well, that is true, actually. So, sadly.
And people think I fucking say this shit for clout and stuff like that. Yo, I'm into numerology and astrology. Majority of my business is women. I'm talking shit to them 24/7. Why? I'm already rich. I don't give a... See, that's the thing. When you actually have money, all of a sudden you feel like you could say a little bit more. Because what the fuck are they going to do? You can't do nothing to me. Absolutely nothing to me. I'm friends with all the people in positions of power. What are you going to do?
See, like, going back, I even fucking lost my train of thought, but now I remembered it. So, a lot of the people that I know that are extremely successful and fucking rich but are pretty stupid, somehow what connects all of them is deep belief into things that have got nothing to do with fucking talent or luck or whatever. It's more about, they're all visualizers. They're all people who, I know a guy who was literally fucking staking groceries in Europe in fucking shithole, and now he's flying private jets. He's like in his 20s, and he just got into affiliate marketing and crypto on time and made literally over 100 million. It's fucking insane.
How much?
Over 100 million. And then he made a lot of money by buying Bitcoin with that money.
That's 100 million still fuck you money.
That's definitely fucking money.
If you have 100 million, there's only 20 to 30,000 American families that have $100 fucking million.
Yeah.
That is so difficult. And by the way, it's not difficult to become a millionaire. Don't let anyone lie to you and tell you. You know what the ultimate example of this is? 2 million black people in America are millionaires. 2 million black people in America are millionaires. Now, all you people talk shit about black people all day. You have 2 million of them who became fucking millionaires. What excuse do you have thinking you're better than someone else, but you're not even a fucking millionaire yet?
People will always find any excuse because the biggest, I think, block for any people is their comfort zone. Because my entire life was fucking miserable. Even when I became a millionaire, it still remained fucking miserable. And
really?
Yeah. Because I kept pushing myself to the next level. It was never enough. Ever enough.
I know billionaires who tell me it's never enough. What are you talking about?
It's never enough.
I was talking to a billionaire about 2 weeks ago. This guy's worth not one bill, but many, many bills, many times over. And he told me how he was going to buy a company at 50 cents. And then someone called him and he forgot about it. And then 6 months later, that shit jumped up to about $13, $15. And he's like, bro, I could have made another $500 million. And he's just literally over there crying. It doesn't matter. It's never going to be enough. This is why I always tell people, you know how many people I've met here in Miami who have there's billionaires who live in this goddamn building. Like every fucking penthouse in this goddamn city has a fucking billionaire in it. But they're not happy. Because they don't have what me and you have. A wife. They have a whole bunch of fucking whores. That's what they have. They have no kids.
There's no soul in that.
There's no soul in that. It's no point being a fucking billionaire if you have no family.
No, it's true.
None.
It's true, yeah. Money is generally speaking, money is nice, but when you don't have someone very close to share it with, it becomes just a fucking tool to pay, as you say, whores. So, and it's not difficult to get on a private plane, have some coke, and fucking have 3 whores with. It's not difficult. What is difficult though is to build a real, true relationship and unity and solidarity between a man and a woman, considering how fucking different we are.
Yes.
Or they established that. So money,
especially with all the feminism going around.
You know, it's like it's probably sounds strange from 2 rich guys coming that money isn't important, but it really isn't the most. It's important, but it's not the most important thing.
I would rather be a poor person in the 1800s who had fucking nothing, was living in a shack, but at least I had a virgin wife, than be a fucking billionaire with a fucking whore who's cheating on him 24/7. That's me. That's me. I would rather do that. But, everyone can, do what they want.
Well, a billionaire.
No, I'm being dead serious. You know why? Because
that's true.
When you have kids with a whore, all the DNA of all the men she's ever been with stay with her. So when you have kids with her, those aren't your kids. Those kids have the DNA of every motherfucker she slept with. So I'm sorry. I think the kids are more important than the billions. So to me, I would like to know when I look at my kids, that's all my DNA. Maybe a little Genghis Khan in there somewhere, but that's all my fucking DNA. These rich guys, especially the ones here in Miami, like I was giving a reading to someone worth about 300 million, I don't know, 5 days ago. He doesn't ask me about the stocks. He doesn't ask me about when to open LLC, what I expect. He says, oh, do you think my girlfriend really likes me? I'm like, what? What? Now, my 19-year-old girlfriend, do you think she really likes me? He's a 60-year-old man talking about, yo, I think I should leave my wife. Like, what are you doing? And, I talk a lot of shit about women, but I can't stand the men who actually built with a woman, like Jeff Bezos. He built with Mackenzie his whole life, by the way. Mackenzie's the 28, so she probably helped him fucking build all that money. And as soon as he becomes a billionaire, he dumps her and starts fucking going around with some fucking whore. Like, what are we doing here? That was actually a loyal woman. But
I've noticed quite a bit of this in big families that I know. They're extremely loyal, and they have established relationships, mostly, not all of them, for a very long time. And I find them to be really the happy people. And so not just rich. I know fucking rich guys that are so miserable, and as a rule of thumb, they are single.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of whores around them, as you say.
Whores don't make people happy. They just make people depressed.
Yeah, true.
When I look at the society we're in right now, I feel bad for men. Because I couldn't find a fucking good American woman here in 2004, 2003. I can imagine what the fuck is going on here right now. Like, I literally told my sons, I'm picking your wife.
I would be, in all fairness, I think that I would be even scared to marry an American. Because, they have so much, how to put it softly.
They're whores. There's nothing. They have a body count higher than the goddamn gas station fucking charges per gallon. I mean, let's keep it real, man. Listen, this is all a result of feminism. This is all a result of them wanting to break up the nuclear family. Because the scams they're getting away with right now, they never would have got away with in the 60s and the 50s. Why? Because you didn't have a house divided in the 50s and 60s. You had a nuclear family, and if the government did something wrong, they're looking at the government. Now the house is divided. No one respects the goddamn father. The fucking whore mother is fucking being fucking given half the fucking assets, doing nothing, and it's like she cheats. She cheats on the guy, and then she takes half his shit. What is this? But you know how you fix
I was gonna say entitlement.
Yeah, entitlement. But you know how you fix this? You get rid of women's rights. That's how the fuck you fix this. Rome was on the verge of fucking collapse. And then Augustus Caesar came in there and he passed morality laws. If you cheat, you're getting executed. And what do you know? Within 80 years, Rome went from its worst to its strongest. When women are held in check, society flourishes. When women are allowed to exploit their sexuality, society crumbles. And the elite have known this forever. That's why when they build up a society, they make sure the nuclear family is strong. But when they want to destroy it, feminism, homosexuality, rainbow warriors, trans, 57 genders, he, them. Get the fuck out of here with your mental illness. And thank you to President Trump that we're actually allowed to say this right now, because this wasn't allowed to even be said before he was president, which is another reason I will support him. Before we end this up, let's talk a little bit about the war in Iran.
Oh, that one is a fucked up one. Because I experienced it fully. You know, I had drones above my house.
How do you feel about Iran not being able to touch American targets, so it goes for soft-ass fucking Arab neighbors?
Well, I can tell you that they cannot even touch UAE, because if you noticed in the last couple of weeks with all this escalation happening now, they're not shooting at UAE.
They said the UAE made a deal with them.
I don't think it was a deal.
Why else would they not shoot them anymore?
UAE has over $5 trillion in their sovereign wealth fund. So first of all, they've got a lot, fuck tons of money, which means
a lot of it's Iranian too.
Some.
The RNGC goes in there and fucking dumps their money in Dubai.
Some, but they also have a very huge munition stockpile. Like UAE army is not big. It's like 60,000. But when it comes to their drone count and missiles and stuff, they've got shit. So from what I've heard, is that the UAE have hit them hard on one of the days. They sent like over 1,000 drones from UAE. Plus, they just got to the table and they made a deal. But it's, anyway, shows big power of UAE. But overall, if you're asking about this whole conflict, I think it's just part of the same fucking chessboard. Again, it's the same thing. This is about who's going to keep the power. US or China is going to take the power.
So, you notice what he said there? While everyone is saying Israel, he just said what it really is. US and China.
Of course, yeah.
So
it's always been.
In the very beginning of the year, America went into Venezuela, swooped in, took fucking Maduro, and they were out there in fucking 45 minutes. Since they put his ass in prison, all of a sudden the vice president became the president. Now she's taking orders from America, and now they're actually making money. So one chessboard, one piece was removed. That used to be a Chinese, Russian, Cuban asset, and now it's an American asset.
Yes.
So people are asking, yo, Gary, war is fucking breaking out. How come oil isn't 200 a barrel yet? It's because they took Venezuela. They took Venezuela before they started bombing Iran. If they didn't take Venezuela before they started bombing Iran, guess what? Oil will probably be at 150 a barrel right now.
It's supposed to be at 150, yeah.
Now we know why, because they took Venezuela. So maybe give President Trump and his team a little credit for actually having the know-how to take Venezuela first. By the way, they didn't lose any troops. And now they're in Iran. Now, what are your feelings about the war directly between Iran and the U.S.? Because if you listen to Twitter, a lot of the brown people say that Iran is winning.
In some sense, they kind of are. The thing is that the biggest issue of U.S. right now is that somehow they're huge military power, but they're, in the last 6 months, they've depleted half of their fucking stockpile. So that's quite bad. And Iran right now, they're feeling this weakness. The power of Iran really is in the fact that they have so diversified militia that really, in reality, the only way for U.S. to literally hit them hard enough, it's only nukes. Because everything else, U.S. going into Iran, I think it's a big fucking mistake. There's going to be high casualties, and it's going to be extremely expensive, and even then, it's going to take a while.
Oh, they got to protect the petrodollar somehow.
Yeah.
You know what the petrodollar is. If they lose the petrodollar, this whole thing fucking collapses.
It's fucked.
So
the dollar is fucked.
So if I mean, they are trying to tokenize everything, and they're going to tokenize it based off USDC, which leads back to the dollar. So if they get away with that, they'll be fine. As well, they got games they can play. They still got cards. As for this war, I want to make this clear. Iran's Navy's gone. Iran's Air Force is gone. They've been bombed 18,000 times. Their supreme leader has been sent to meet Allah. So when it comes to those factors right there, America has done what it wanted to do. Now, has it opened the Straits of Hormuz yet? No. Why? Very important to understand why. The Iranians mined the bitch. The only way you're going to dismine it is by bringing destroyers in there to actually do it. But they can't bring their destroyers that close because they will be fucking sunk. What does this mean? That means the Americans are going to have to use ground troops to take the islands around Iran. And then when they take those islands, then they can go in there with the Navy destroyers and take the mines out. That is how they actually win. Now, do I want a ground invasion into Iran itself? No. But I'd take those islands, which probably wouldn't be too difficult for America, let's be real, to take those islands. Probably take about 2 weeks to clear them out. If they do that, I would threaten nuclear war if they fucking continue.
Yeah.
Because it's not that America's losing, it just doesn't have the balls to do what it needs to do. You can't negotiate with religious fundamentalists.
It says there is no way, because even right now I'm paying attention to every single step of the way. You know, Trump is trying to make a deal, but they did. I don't think they're even budging. After what happened now, I think they just don't give a fuck no more.
I don't think they do. I think with the religious fundamentalists, they want their 72 virgins, and I think Donald Trump should give it to them. That's what I think.
I just think it's going to be a long.
I don't even respect Shiite Muslims. I think Sunni Muslims should be the dominant force in the Middle East, because if you really think about it, yes, America has bases all over the world, but it's these Shiite Muslims who are pretty much Persians. They're not even Arabs. They're fucking attacking the rest of the goddamn Middle East. They're attacking all their Sunni Arab neighbors. Something to look at.
Yeah. The big question is, though, what's going to wipe us out first, the fucking nuke or the AI? And in that case, maybe it's going to be a nuke launched by AI.
Let's hope it doesn't get to that point.
But you know what I've learned, though? It's such an interesting topic, because I was following every step of the way and what is happening in Iran, because I fucking live in Dubai. You know,
that's not that far.
It's not that far. We're literally next
200 miles?
200 miles from the Strait of Hormuz.
Yep.
So for me, it was kind of important, because I was trying to make a judgment call whether we should leave or not, which we didn't, because I didn't find it to be, you know, regionally, like for UAE to be too hot. So, but the problem that I have with this entire story is that I just don't see how it ends fast. And I think it's just...
It's not meant to end fast.
It's not meant to, yeah. So it's going to stay there for a while, and I'm just hoping it's not going to escalate into the real power struggle. And as we began this topic, that the real power struggle is US-China. That's it. Nothing else. Because US is dumping their strategic oil reserves, plus they have Venezuela. And then China, because who doesn't want the oil price to be high? It's the US and basically the allies. Who wants the oil to be much higher is Iran themselves, Russia. China is
China's iffy.
Iffy, yeah. But they're also dumping their oil reserves, so they're kind of helping a little bit right now to sustain the oil price from fucking going parabolic. But all of this seems like a deadlock. And I wonder what is going to be the trigger to actually unwind this fully and find the real fucking winner. But that's something that I think we're going to find
America couldn't win the war anytime they want. They just got to have the fucking will to do it. And yes, it's going to cost some political capital, but I mean, I could give a fuck what Europe thinks. Like, I don't give a fuck what Europe thinks. Anyway. What do I care what those homosexuals and fucking Brussels thinks? I could give a fuck less. I think we should be friends with Russia. I think the worst thing that could happen is Russia lose the war in Ukraine. And the reason that's the worst thing that will happen is Russia would be broken up into 30 fucking pieces, just like the Soviet Union was. And if that happens, what's going to be the number one problem? China doesn't have oil. China doesn't have natural fucking fresh water. But you know where that oil and fresh water is? 100 miles north to China. They will literally go in there and take that shit. So by Russia losing the goddamn war, that would strengthen China's hand. Fuck that. Fuck that. I am rooting for Putin to win in Ukraine. I don't give a fuck what U.S. policy is. U.S. policy needs to change. Russia and America should be on the same side. Quite frankly, I would dump Brussels. I would dump the homosexuals in France, the UK, and Germany, and I fucking take Russia on the fucking team. What the hell we need Europe for? It's a dying civilization. No. You might as well call that fucking the Middle East Part 2.
Europe is pretty fucked up.
Have you been all over Europe?
Oh man, I've been there. I've taken my wife to Italy. Oh man, it was horrible. The whole fucking thing is fucked.
Okay, tell me about all the cities you've been in Europe. Name some of the places that you think someone should visit if they can. Because I don't have any plans on visiting Europe. I give a fuck less. But if I do go, what are some of the nicest places to go besides Monte Cristo and shit like that?
You can go to Amsterdam to Red Light District and.
Oh, I got a wife. I'm good.
Ah, shit! I forgot about that. Yeah, no horse stuff. So to be honest, none. I don't like Europe.
You can tell he's born in the year of the dog.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not into Europe at all. Like, I wouldn't go at all.
Nothing.
The only place that I did like was Switzerland. Switzerland, Lugano.
How many times have you been to London?
Thankfully, twice.
Did you wear your Rolex around when you were?
No, I had private security and no Rolex.
Wow. And a fucking so-called superpower or second-rate power, you have to walk around with security. By the way, you don't have any security here.
Oh.
Why is that?
I have Tristan with me.
Yeah, I know, but he's not security. He's a cool guy to be around.
Well, he's gonna knock shit.
Yeah, I'm sure, but you don't have him here around for security.
No, in the US it's fine. You know, when I'm in Europe, I actually have always security when I'm in Europe.
What the fuck does that tell you, folks? A guy who's been all over the world tells you when he goes to Europe, he has security. Here, he's cool. Why? Because they're socialists. They're fucking communists. Socialism and communism breed poverty. Poverty breeds criminality. Here in America, we have capitalism. So yeah, there's some rough parts. No doubt about it.
And plus I can carry a gun, you know, so
right.
In Europe it's fucked. Like, you cannot travel between countries with a gun. You can have a gun in your native country, depending on the country, if it's not too gay of a country. So, but it's tough. Here, it's a lot easier. So that's why, you know, I always just hire a couple of guys with guns, and here I'm just my own gun. So,
you know, a lot of people have invited me to the UK to do podcasts and shit like that. And I always say the same thing to them. I will go to the UK when I have an army behind my back.
No, I genuinely find people who are, especially in the world of crypto, who are public, or people, anyone who is wealthy and is public, if they live in France or Spain and they don't have armed guards, they're retarded. And there's people who, like, we just this year alone in France alone, we have 50 kidnappings, crypto connecting kidnappings, just in France alone. And a lot of the people, I mean, they're guilty of themselves, because if you're wealthy and you're known and you don't have security, you're a fucking moron. So, but imagine what is happening.
Billionaires here walking the streets by themselves.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. I mean, in the US, I was even surprised by a lot of the guys that I know. They're mostly armed. Some of them sometimes have security, like one guy at the most. Like when I went to Europe, I had 3 armed guys with me. So just in fucking case, but it tells you a lot, yeah. About
I can walk around the streets in the AK-47 if I want. No one's gonna say a word to me.
I think US is somehow, because in France, for example, nobody really carries guns.
Fuck France.
But that's what I'm saying. But what's Europe? Europe is Spain, France, Germany. The rest is fucking wanna be Europe.
You know what surprises me about France? That they don't win, you know, the 200-yard fucking gold medal or the 400-yard gold medal. Because when those Nazi troops came in, they fucking ran so fucking quick. I thought they would be fucking winning gold medals all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like the French. Pompous fucking assholes.
You know,
you know what the French are? They're like arrogant poor people. Like, what are you even doing, bro? I don't like their women either. Bunch of whores.
You know, I don't know about their women. I'm married. I never had a French girlfriend, but I can tell you that the only place I was hit in the face twice on one day, it happened only in France. And you know, it's like I never got into too many fights anyway, but the only place where I got hit in the face twice on a single day was France.
And why?
It tells a lot about my character.
Just a white guy and they wanted to rob you or something?
Yeah, they did rob me, yeah. I was just too drunk, and I was doing.
How much did they get off you?
My gold. It was before I had money. It was just a golden chain, which was a few grand, and a phone and a wallet. Thankfully, I left the passport. And then I woke up at the police station because I was too fucking drunk, and they knocked me out, took my shit. So I woke up in a French police station with nothing.
That was actually your fault because you were drunk.
Yeah, of course it was my fault.
That was your fault because you were drunk.
But on the other hand, it still was a place where, you know, I never liked the service in Europe in general, but France is one of the worst. And they're very nationalist. And if you don't speak French, they're like, yeah, they look down at you. And then sometimes, you know, you come into a fucking restaurant, you're trying to order some shit, and then they're gonna speak back to you in French like you're supposed to fucking understand. Yeah, so there's a lot of
arrogant poor people, like I said, man.
Fits the bill.
All right. Before we go, and again, thank you for coming.
For sure.
What do you see the year ahead for crypto and next year?
I think that once Fed starts stimulating and cutting rates, this is going to be the time where we're probably going to bottom out. But I would expect second half of 2027 to be good. So right now is the time to position yourself into the right assets, the biggest ones, and just don't be a bitch and don't fucking scream.
Which ones do you think? I always say Zcash, but what do you say?
Zcash is interesting. I have nothing against Zcash. For me, it's more Bitcoin, Ethereum, like fucking boring.
To me, I look at Bitcoin as it's worth nothing. It's just a storage of wealth at this point. That's the way I look at it. That's the way the institutions look at it.
Yep.
It's good for nothing. It trades too slow. It ships too slow.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, could you imagine a Bitcoin move like Solana? Hey,
it doesn't have to.
Like, it'd be nice.
It'd be nice, yeah, but for that you have Solana. You know, for that you have something else. You have
who uses Solana?
Gamblers and morons.
Okay. What do you think about XRP?
I don't like it because I think that Ripple is a company. It's U.S. narrative. It's powerful, and the team and all this, and a big name. But there is a problem in terms of connection between the actual intrinsic value of XRP as a token and Ripple as a company. Ripple as a company, no questions. It's a big player. And certainly they're doing huge things. But in short, the problem that I have is with the utility of the token. I think there's a big disconnect. So,
you know, I've and the people in the chat can comment if they think so. I have been acquainted with every crypto community for the past 10 years. You have the Bitcoiners, and you have the Bitcoin maximalists. You can't tell them anything. You have the Ethereum maximalists. You can't tell them anything. But the XRP people, they're different. The XRP people, that's
a cult.
The XRP people, they won't listen to reason. The XRP people think that it's going to $1 million.
They don't have basic math skills. Yeah.
The XRP people told me that after they win the lawsuit against the SEC, it's going to go up like this. The exact opposite happened. It's down 50% since it won that lawsuit. You know, when I look at Ripple, I'm big into numerology and astrology, as you know, and you can't even spell the word Ripple without the word lie. Like the word lie is within the goddamn word, just like the word Bible, you can't spell that one without the word lie, but that's a story for another day. I don't trust that company. I think the people who are in XRP and the maximalists, I think they're literally mentally ill. I think XRP, I think Ripple has basically brainwashed a whole bunch of mentally ill people into thinking, yo, this is going to be the coin. Yo, we're going to use the World Bank is going to use this technology, and we're going to be the rich ones. Fuck Bitcoin, fuck all this other shit. They are the biggest mentally ill people of any fucking cult with any crypto.
Solana as well. Solana is cultish like, but XRP is the number one.
Yeah. I don't like those people. As a matter of fact, whenever it goes down, I laugh at these people. Like XRP is down 50% in 18 months, and Zcash is up over 1,000%. 1,000% at the same time, and they're gonna tell me I'm the fraud.
I mean, there is some people that just never give up. You know, it's like Cardano holders. You know, Cardano holders are hoping for a fucking change, bro. I'm like, you gotta be fucking old by now, you know, waiting for that shit. Because Charles Hoskinson, he even said,
I got an NFT to sell you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm stepping away. There is disconnect with the team, you know. Did you see that happening?
I've seen a few.
He stepped back. He's like, I'm gonna take a break. When somebody in Cardano takes a break, you know, it's fucked. it's the end.
All right, let me throw some names at you, and you tell me what you think of them.
Okay.
Michael Saylor.
The most genius Ponzi scheme ever created. But I
not
like
a fan
him.
of his micro.
Let me finish. Because I think it's the most genius because it is a Ponzi scheme, but it's a legal one because there is disclosures. What makes an illegal Ponzi scheme versus a legal one? Disclosures.
So MicroStrategies is a Ponzi scheme, but it's a legal one?
Of course, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
I mean, but in all fairness, in the defense of Michael Saylor, first of all, I do like him, which is the point I'm going to get to in just a second. And second
you like
of all,
people running Ponzi schemes.
yeah. And second of all, the guys who are behind the dollar, which is the U.S. government, arguably, the U.S. fucking then any financial instrument and institute is a fucking Ponzi scheme. So the dollar is more of a Ponzi scheme than Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy or their preferred stock that is currently trading at the fucking
Not
discount.
a fan of Mr. Warsh in the Federal Reserve.
I have no feelings for him yet. I want to see what he does.
Okay.
So
What'd you think about the last guy?
I think he was objective.
What'd you think about Ben Bernanke?
I have no opinion about him.
Okay, before you even got into it.
But Michael Saylor, I think he's extremely smart. I look up to him in general. He's done a great thing. He's built fucking immense wealth. I do like him. And I think he's one of the smartest Bitcoin maxis.
Okay.
Because he's a maxi.
100.
And I think he generally is a smart individual. But the way how he's jeopardized Bitcoin right now is quite substantial, in my opinion. So, but we'll see, because the market doesn't like somebody holding 1 million Bitcoin and becoming one of the richest men in the world when this shit hits 1 million. So.
Okay. There's a guy named Brock, very, very into all cryptocurrencies. He's somewhat of a influencer too. He's a billionaire. You don't know?
I know Barack Obama.
We're not talking about homosexuals. Yeah. You know, and it's something when his wife has a bigger thingy than he does.
I've heard that story.
Yeah, it's probably true. No, his kids aren't his.
That,
he had his kids.
How true is all that?
No. But his kids aren't his because he didn't have his kids in the hospital. He had his kids in the private doctor's office, and those kids look a lot more like the doctor than they do like him. I mean, hey, homosexuals don't have kids. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. You know, and I won't listen. I'm not just gonna make fun of Democrats. George W. Bush. Do you know he had a reporter coming to his house, to the White House, at 2:00 in the morning?
I just remember how he was holding the phone upside down.
Yeah. George Bush, he had a reporter coming to his house, to the White House at 2:00 in the morning. And this reporter used to be a former male prostitute. So everyone can look up George W. Bush and Jeff Gannon. And you guys will go right to it. Or just like Barack Obama and Larry St. Clair. Just Google those and see what comes up, man. Ain't me, it's Google. So, lastly, brother, if you do decide to move down to Miami.
Not Miami.
If you do decide to move to Sunny Isles in Florida and stuff like that, what would your objections be? What would you want to get accomplished here by moving here? Because everyone talks about moving to Dubai, but you said you might move here. I think it would be a good move. But if you do move here, what would be your objections to actually get done here?
I think that I would like to take our companies to US, legitimately get licenses and stuff. So my main objective would be to tap into the insane fucking potential of this country. A lot of people say that the current land of opportunity is Dubai, which is partly true, but I still think that the biggest money is still here. The biggest money, all the money is still here, and China. So that's why in terms of opportunities and connections and meeting even more big people, that would be the fucking objective. Because I think that US is still the easiest place for, at least for a white man, to become...
Ooh, you hear that, Wood?
No, I mean, in terms of...
True.
I think that this is just the place still. This is the best place, is the US. A lot of people think that it's somewhere else, like Dubai, New Zealand, or whatever.
People tell me to go on vacation. I'm like, where? Where the fuck am I going to go?
Yeah.
Look out. Where the fuck am I going to look outside?
Nice.
People come here.
There is a reason why people who, like US citizens, rarely even leave US. Because why the fuck would you leave? You have everything.
Tate said it best. He said when someone is in Britain, when someone's in France, when someone is in Sweden, they become rich, they all go to Dubai. But when someone in America, someone in Chicago, Cleveland, Milwaukee get rich, they don't leave the country. They come to Miami.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's true. I mean,
and by the way, Miami was incorporated on the 28th.
That's why it's got all the bling, huh?
100%. Anyways, brother, I appreciate you
Gary.
coming by.
Yeah, thank you, Garry.
In closing, I like to bring on guests here I had the mayor on a few days ago to our friend over here, because I want you to understand that if you work hard in life, you can actually succeed. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what your religion is. In this country, if you work hard, you can make it. The only issue is that window of opportunity is closing, because we live in the AI era, and at some point AI is coming. And yes, I'm very happy I have Garry AI, and I'm very happy I know how to make money with AI, but I'm not a fucking idiot. This shit is gonna put most fucking people into the ground financially. Prepare. And you guys can prepare by going to matrixuniversity.co. I've literally made a product for you where you can learn how to make Facebook ads. We can learn how to build apps. We can learn how to use Claude. This is the future. I am giving it to you. matrixuniversity.com. Other than that, appreciate you coming by. This has been a GG33 production. Peace.